Yeah, I'm trying to do a little rest, get a little rest, man. You know what I mean? But I got it. I'll run it.
You came in, man. We was there. You got it.
What's up, world? It's your girl, comedian Miss Arkansas, and God have given us another day and another show. That's right, we are live this morning. Laugh Out Loud Morning Podcast, hosted by the very funny talent comedian Miss Arkansas. Thank y'all. I have an amazing guest on with me today. But before I bring her in, I just have to shout some stuff out and a few people out. I always have to shout God out because he is the head of my life. I'm not sure about yours, but he the head of mine. So I'm shouting him out on this morning for all he have done and doing for me. And I would like to just talk about what's in the news on today. They say they are lifting the mandate on all these masks, y'all, telling people they don't have to wear them anymore. But my thing is, you do what you have to do to make sure you okay. If you want to continue to wear yours, wear it. Don't let no one tell you you don't have to wear that thing, because at the end of the day, they don't know what's going on. So I would say continue to wear your mask, continue your social distancing, and continue to stay prayed up and covered up. And with that being said, oh my God, we had an amazing show last night at the Extreme Comedy Club. Shout out to my good friend Don Williams and Woody. I mean, not Woody, that's another ventriloquist. Don Wilson and William. Let me correct that. I'm so excited. I'm getting it messed up. Don William and Wilson, the ventriloquist. Yes, it goes down every Thursday at the Extreme Comedy Club. I went over there one night as a guest. Then I ended up getting booked. I was booked on last night to do the show with them, feature just me and them. And guess what? When I got done, they said, Miss Arkansas, you are returning on next Thursday. So next Thursday is going down again, y'all, at the Extreme Comedy Club. Actually, on the 26th, I will be there, and the 27th, if God say the same. Yes, it's going down. Please believe me when I tell y'all it's a good show. And I'm not going to beg nobody for no support. I'm not going to beg you to come out, but I will ask you over and over, and let you know what's going on, because true support going to be there from day one all the way until the end. They ain't going to wait for you to get on the TV and radio and all that good stuff. They going to support you while you are on your way up. And then they'll be able to say they was there with you when you got up. So I just had to get that off my chest this morning. What else we have going on? Oh, matter of fact, Wilson, the dummy, he don't like that D word. But Wilson, he gave roses out last night to all the single ladies, And guess what? He my boyfriend, so I ended up getting two. That's right. I got a boyfriend. He's a dummy. Yes, it's so much going on, y'all. And matter of fact, since I'm talking about the Extreme Comedy Club, how about we see what's going on over there? Let's go to commercial right quick before I bring my special guest on this morning.
Yeah, Mr. Boss, Extreme Comedy Club. My man Billy Bob, Las Vegas, baby. Running things. Boss. I'm Mr. Boss. Never a loss. I'm Mr. Boss. Boss. I'm Mr. Boss. Never a loss. I'm Mr. I'm Mr. Boss, billionaire on the scene. Stepping up on stage, yep, extreme. So won't you come here, come laugh with me. Billy Bob and me, and everybody on the scene. I'm Mr. Boss, a billionaire. Las Vegas, everywhere. And you know we don't stop, cause we're going to the top. And you know we never quit till the beat drop. I'm Mr. Boss.
Come on, ride with me.
Boss.
And you know we got that victory.
Mr. Boss.
Be where you wanna be.
Never lost.
Extreme comedy.
Boss. Yeah. Boss. Why? Boss. Mr. Boss. Yeah. I'm Mr. Boss. And you know we got the thing on. Hopping presidential in the limo. All the girls singing bossy got them ends on. Everybody wanna be my friend, no. Taking pictures everywhere that I go. Always calling Mr. Boss, always want me to do a show. And my dog, man, he golden back. Gold chain, gold hands, gold feet. Now everybody know my name, I'm Mr. Boss.
And you know I'm rolling with extra cash. Red Lambo and I'm pushing on the gas. And you know we moving fast. Don't try it cause you're never gonna pass.
And we teaching all the kids STEAM. That's right, and we gonna teach all of them science, technology, engineering, arts, math, and teaching about that money cause you know they need it right now. Mr. Boss, and I'm never gonna stop. On the Success Express, that's how we ride. On the way, straight, victory deal, drinking Bella Sorella, and you know we keeping it real, Mr. Boss. I'm Mr. Boss. Mr. Boss. Never alone. Never alone. Hey, Boss.
Come on, ride with me. And you know we got that victory. Be where you wanna be. Extreme comedy.
Comedy. Ha.
All right. What's going on over here? Leave that. Man, there's just so much going on. The devil be so busy. But what I love about it, that's all he can be is busy. He can hinder stuff, but he can't stop nothing. Anyway, I am black. I am back. Yes, the morning podcast, Laugh Out Loud morning podcast, hosted by the very funny, talented comedian, Miss Arkansas. And I want to shout out one more thing, and then I'm bringing my guests on. You could also catch me every Tuesday. When I say every Tuesday at Level 1, and that's over on Main Street here in Las Vegas. You got to ask the GPS lady or Google or Siri or Lexus. You got to ask one of them, or either go on my page and check out the flyer, and the information is on there. But every Tuesday is open mic, hosted by Miss Arkansas. So if you want to get your laugh on, come on out and enjoy that. And if you're a comedian and you want to work something out, come on over there and work it out with Miss Arkansas. And with that being said, y'all, I think I'm ready to bring my special guest on. This young lady, you have seen her summer everywhere. When I say from the improvs, the Laugh Factory, the comedy stores, oh my God, she have promoted and produced her own shows. It's so much. She'll be able to tell you about it. But until then, I want to bring on a good friend of mine, a comedian and an actress. My good friend, your good friend, comedian Chocolate Storm, y'all. Welcome.
Woo, woo, woo. Comedy. Hey, everybody.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. I was vibing till you look comedy. Oh yeah, I was over here vibing. What's up, everybody? Miss Arkansas.
Yes, good morning. It's such an honor to have you here this morning. Oh, wow. Before we get into these questions, how are you dealing with this that's going on in the world right now? The pandemic, as they call it.
Well, the pandemic's dealing okay with me. I think I'm gonna calm down a little bit because it's dealing with me. I ain't got to deal with it. So, I think I'm gonna calm down on it. No, I'm chilling. I'm blessed, like you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? The man upstairs, guide the way. I'm just
Right.
taking it slow, Miss Arkansas. Been in the house, before the pandemic. Of course, I had surgery and 2 surgeries, and was a little injured, whatever. Thank God I never missed a beat through the pandemic. I've been all right. That's what happened when your man is down for you. And
Say it now.
yeah, and so I was comfortable enough to get well and all that. You know what I mean? So that's a good situation. But the kids are all right. I'm good. You all right? Everybody all right? I'm good.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Indeed. Indeed.
Wow.
So now I've just
He
been
was
working my
jamming.
I'm sorry.
No, I was reading a couple of the comments say you was jamming to the Mr. Boss.
Yeah, I was like, Mr. Boss, comedy. And Mr. Boss was doing the bank hair. I said, oh, he bringing the bank hair back with me.
Shout out to my good friend Edwin Victory, man. He can make all that happen. So
Okay.
if you all looking for a commercial or want to be a sponsor or would like to be
Yes.
interviewed, the information will be strolling at the bottom in a little bit, but
Okay.
just
Okay.
contact us and let's make it happen.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
So
so
Storm.
cool. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
It's hard to interview people you love. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't no
Right.
business. It's like, ooh, she about to cook your friend.
So who or what inspired you to be the hilarious comedian you are on today?
My Uncle Buddy, my Uncle Junebug, uh, my Uncle Goat, my granddaddy, my Auntie Berta. Let's see, till I go on.
So you said all your family members was a comedian.
See, you know what I'm saying? No, but professionally and all that, well, I didn't have anybody to really, look up to. I mean, Richard Pryor, Mom's Mabel, you know what I'm saying? I like how she have everybody ear to the door, and all that ain't supposed to be listening to her, we sneaking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this lady must be talking about something really deep, right? So one time we snuck her album and we was listening to her and Pygmy. I was like, oh, did she say that? So I liked her because she didn't give a damn and she didn't have to be cute. And I said, oh, is she a star and she ain't cute? I ain't cute. I said, so,
Yes,
okay.
beautiful.
Right? Let's see. In the latter years, well, of course, comedy. I tried, put my foot in it, 89 to 92, 92, I think, or 93 or whatever. 93 after I had my son. But I had to stop, and get them kids out.
So get them grown and gone.
Yeah. I had to, I had to work and do my thing. I ain't have time. I couldn't go on tour. I couldn't go out of town or nothing because I ain't gonna leave my kids. You know what I mean? So, hell, I still mad at my mom for leaving me going to bingo every day. Shit. Spend some time with me.
You work as a nurse or what's that?
I started from a nurse aide, which is like a CNA, change them and clean them. And I went to school for a licensed nurse, med nurse. And I didn't like that. You know what I mean? And then the company put me through school and I became a social worker in 89.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's where that's my niche right there. And then always I stayed in rape counseling and the rape crisis center because I'm a survivor, not a victim. And so by dealing with the people in rape crisis settings, I began working with them. So I became a domestic violence and rape crisis counselor.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many people can use that too,
Yeah, well, I'm the one late at night. I sign on to the line and let's say Jane Hathaway gets, I just said Jane Hathaway gets, raped. I'm the one that will come to the emergency room late at night and sit with her and tell her what's going on and make her comfortable, get her coffee, make her phone calls for her, gather the resources that she'll need, and kind of sit with her through the process. Because when they
Right.
go through rape kits, it's like a violation all over again. It's like, oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I did for a long time. But then somewhere around 2004 to now, just running my own shows. I had my radio show, a
Yes.
little podcast before Storm Watch, and me and David Raybon, and just dipper dapping in comedy, and then having to take
Yes,
off.
because you put shows together,
Yeah, I
I've
produced
been
shows
on some
everywhere.
of them.
Yeah, and then of course I did Who's Got Jokes, season 3, and I opened in Alabama alongside of I don't know, Roger Raj, Lav Love. Shout out to them. I just love those two. And oh God, Ballhead Phillips. Oh God, I
Yeah.
forgot all those people that were there. So that was interesting, you
We
know.
also did the what?
And
Bay
and then
Area Black.
yeah, and then after that, the next big thing was Adianto Stadium out there in the IE. I opened with
Okay.
Mac 10 and Jodeci and oh my God, the Delphonics. I did a Temptations review salute. Um, then I went to the Bay Area Black Comedy Competition in 9 and 10.
Yes. Shout out to
Uh,
Mr. Tony Spires. Fruition.
yeah, Tony Fruition Spires. I love him. That's my first
The comedy
mentor.
doctor, y'all.
We've spent countless hours on the phone. I just love him, and I love
Yes.
Roger. You know what I mean? They cool in the game. But yeah, I did that. And before then, I have to shout out, rest in peace, Mr. Ronaldo Ray, was a personal mentor, a personal friend of mine. We were close. He taught me a lot. So I just
Mhm.
wanted to shout him out. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Paul Mooney too. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So during the Bay Area comedy competition, I finally had a chance to meet Bob Sumner. Okay.
Shout out to
And
Mr. Bob Summers.
shout out to
Both was
Bob.
talking to him on yesterday on Clubhouse.
Right. I was there for his clubhouse welcome party. But I let Corey, I let everybody else, but I did say hello and he said hello. And I just kind of,
Right.
fell back because I didn't want to just rush all in there. I had my moment with Bob, so we know. And
Right.
but I just think like the LA comedians, we got to step up our game because apparently Bob think all the funny comedians is in Chicago and Boston and this and that. So I don't know. I just didn't hear him. I didn't hear him shout out one
Right.
from the West
What I
Coast.
love about it, he
So I
said him and my
love
boy
him.
Mike P out here in Las Vegas. Shout out to Mike P.
That's
at
a
the
man,
Movie
right?
Man.
That's a dude, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But him and Mike P getting ready to get together and
Right. I
do
know he said it on the opening night.
do something out here in Las Vegas. And he said, Miss Arkansas, I'll be checking you out. Even though he'd have seen me many times, y'all. But if he needs to check me out again, check me out.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
shout
be
out-
in Las
shout out to
Vegas.
Bobby.
So he'll be coming out here also looking for comedians. He was with Def Comedy Jam and he getting ready to do something
I
else
know.
similar to that.
Yeah,
Now I'm talking to the ones that's
said it
listening and
all.
watching.
He's told it all on the podcast. But,
Right.
yeah, but still, I said what I said. And it doesn't matter because a lot of the LA comedians, we need to be more together. They were talking about it last night on Clubhouse. How a lot of the comedians out here, the females, we need to come together. You know what I mean? Really.
But
I
you
mean,
know, Storm, we've been talking about that for many years now. You know, that's why you and myself talked about doing like two women with one mic and all that good stuff because we wasn't gonna keep waiting on all of them, you know, because
indeed,
time waits on no one. So why
indeed.
should we?
And that's what Bob, I think, just hearing Bob over the years and stuff, different interviews and stuff. I think he just waiting for that female, like touch him, because Corey and shout out to Corey, me, Chicago comedians and Baltimore comedians and stuff. I mean, okay, I mean, yeah, they good, but I think they all kind of stick together a little bit more. But it's
Clean,
drama everywhere.
right?
Yeah, so I think Bob just looking for that, somebody to give it
I
to him.
think when he come to Vegas, that's when he
Mm.
gonna get it. You heard me?
Boy, shout
And
out to
he
Miss
come out
Arkansas.
Miss Arkansas, y'all. I ain't
Shout
gonna
out to
play
Miss
with him when he
Arkansas.
come to Vegas.
Hallelujah to that.
But whether he choose me or not, you hear me? God
Yeah.
is showing up and showing out in this lady life. So
But these
he'll
women
just be
still
a
have to
look,
come together.
he'll
So
just be an add on. Cause let me tell you, I went to Arkansas the weekend to do a
she said I'm
60th
finna film
birthday
something.
party. Come on now. And I went to visit my son in Jackson, Arkansas. And shout out to May Gay, comedian out of Arkansas. I told her I was tired. I wasn't gonna come to the Looney Bin. She said, Miss Arkansas, I come get you. And shout out to her. She came and got me. I went to the Looney Bin. Not only did I show up, I hit them with 3 hard jokes and ended up winning this.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So this and $100. And I get to return in August for the finals. So if God say the same, because we don't know what's going to happen today, let alone tomorrow. So with that being said, I just want to ask you, because I asked every one of my comedian guests this question, and I've been asked on interviews. When you get ready to do your comedy, do you get nervous or would you call it something else?
I get something, a little feeling in my stomach, dear Lord, let them have it, you know what I mean? But I think you always get that anxious feeling, butterflies, anxious, nervous, whatever you call it, is something, you know.
Wow.
So yeah, indeed,
You're right. But
indeed.
like I tell them, I take out a few minutes and say me a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to our boy comedian Eric Blake, man. I love that
Always
man. And he would not go out there on that stage without
without that
taking
word.
time out to say a prayer.
Yeah.
And if you want to join in, we join in. Them that don't want to join in, they can go on out there and bone. but
Yeah.
but that's what I love about him. He won't touch that mic without saying a prayer.
Without prayer, yeah.
And that's how I am. I take out a few minutes and talk to God about it. And I ask him to allow those people to receive me and
Yeah,
allow
that's
me to
real.
receive
Yeah,
them
allowing them
too.
to receive you.
Because sometimes it ain't the people. Sometimes it could be you. And sometimes it ain't you. Sometimes it could be the people. But once I talk to him, I trust that he hear me and I trust that he going out there with me. So I don't be afraid. I don't get nervous. I go out there and do what I came to do.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of time it pays to go to a comedy show early enough where you can kind of feel those people and talk to
Right.
those people.
Right.
Then when you do that, they ready for you. So it's no need to be nervous. But I will tell you this, but I
But
gotta
that's
stack
just
up.
technically, that's
Right.
just technically a word for it. I wanted to let you know that's technically a word for it because your nerves is what control everything. So anxious, nervous,
Right.
it all falls under the same
Oh,
thing.
don't get me wrong, baby. I get nervous when I think they ain't got my money.
Of course. And the eagerness to get out there and take the mic, that's
Right.
it's all a form of nerves. Us sitting here
Well, it'll
Nerve.
bother your nerves if you sitting there and they say next coming to the stage, comedian Chocolate Storm. Then they got to tell about 20 more jokes. You know that bother you because you waiting to go and they keep doing something else and people ready for you, but then they got to do something else. And then, yeah, now that'll have you feeling some kind of way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like you say, I wouldn't call it nervousness because after doing time in prison, don't nothing make me nervous.
Well, a little anxious or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
all from the nervous system in our body. You know,
Well,
that's
is
control.
confidence got something to do with the system? Because that's what I have.
That's
I'm going
it.
out
That's
there.
the part
I
that
already know you know, especially when you know you looking good, you feeling good, you done took a shower. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes a difference too, the way you present yourself. If you came
well,
already ready like a star,
medically, technically, it's all nerve. Us here, nerves. You know, the central nervous system
you
controls.
nervous to be out here with me?
No, what I'm saying is, yes, I was hard when you love somebody, you miss somebody, you ain't seen them in a long time. You just,
Right.
that's why I got so drunk at your birthday party. Oh my God.
Yeah, shout out to
Right.
you, man. I had a Zoom birthday party because of all this stuff that's going on. And when I tell you they showed up and showed out,
Right.
shout out to my girl Storm, Chocolate Storm. She had a cake, the balloons,
You know,
everything. Like
I
she
was
was
ready.
actually here with me, man.
I was
Before we
ready.
go any further, I want to shout out Success Express Marketing Solution, virtual podcast studio production. If you want to be your advertisement on here, you want to be a sponsor, you want to be a guest on the show, we have a number 909-686-1698. Call that number and let's make it happen. And we're going to ask my girl a couple more questions and then we're going to go to another commercial. Storm, have you ever been heckled? And if you have, how did you deal with it?
Oh.
She can't think of. She ain't been heckled for real, y'all. But I
You
just
know what?
answer that question.
I don't know.
Okay,
In the beginning, oh, yes, I was heckled in Orange County, California. I was at this club. It was all white people. It was just me and Jackie Fabulous. At the time, she was a student at Bill Words or whatever, showcase and all that. And I used to do a joke that said, yeah, I belong to PABA, that's Parental Ass Beating Association. And this white lady was crying and she got really hurt and offended. And she just heckled me, but she's talking about beating kids. Cause I beat your ass too. You better sit down. Rep, see, you should have had your ass beat. That's why, this is why people take all their birth control pills at one time. I just kind of
right.
But then her little group, come to find out they were teachers, and I admit I don't. That's why I don't drink when I go on stage.
Right.
I never drink when I'm doing comedy. Afterwards, you may find me a little in the club, But I turn around and I pat my ass at them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like she said, that was the early part of comedy, y'all.
That was actually, no, that was a part of me drinking. I don't drink
okay.
on stage. I don't. When I go to get down, I do not drink.
Right.
So yeah, well, I was heckled before.
And you just told us how you dealt with it.
Yeah, but that was bad. I was drunk. I didn't do that. The drunk me did that.
Right.
The drinking me did that.
I hear you. Well, that's what's up. You was able to deal with it. A lot of people, they get heckled and they give up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you wasn't one of the give uppers, that you kept going and you are hilarious. And hey, we be putting it down everywhere we touch that mic. And I just had to say that. That's not bragging. That's hard work.
Yeah, just come and have a good time. I learned to have a good
Right.
time. It's not
Wow.
just like, okay, I'm just gonna get up here and I'm gonna do. I learned to just have a good time. Do me.
Right.
This is my voice.
Who are a few of the comedians you have performed with, you
Oh
know,
my God.
before we go to break? Can you name a few of the comedians you have performed with?
Oh Jesus.
I
Oh my
said a few.
It's just so hard to name a few.
I know it.
Miss Arkansas.
Well,
Let's see.
thank you.
You must know I produced the Stormy Monday comedy show.
Right.
3 clubs in LA. So I've had some of everybody. Cool Bubba Ice to come in. Kevin Anthony from the West Coast.
Tommy Davis.
Tommy Davis. Okay, Tommy Davis.
Mancho.
Yeah. I've had Mel. I've had Lunel. Leslie Jones.
Oh, since you brought that up, not cutting you off, child.
That's exactly what you just did.
Let's put some fire in here real quick. What do you think about Leslie Jones, Big Les? I seen it myself. Told I ain't gonna say our girl because that'll make it seem like we showing favor, but we do love Precious.
We do love Precious.
That's right. So I can say our girl, she country just like me.
But you know,
what you think about her telling her joke?
I ain't scared to say Precious. Yeah, Precious. I ain't looking for nothing from Leslie. I'm not. So I'm not one of them people in the business that, oh, I ain't gonna say this because she on SNL can give me.
I don't care what they on. If you wrong, you wrong.
That cuss. I'm sorry. Personally, I've seen the video. I know Precious. I've got flyers. Me and Precious pictures. Right. She been doing what that dick do since like 2012.
Since she started doing comedy. Yeah.
Okay. Since like 2012, 13, round in there, what that dick do.
Right.
But Leslie said maybe one of her writers gave it to her.
Well, I'm not going to say if the writer gave it to her or not, but I will say a lot of these comedians that you run into, the so-called big ones, when you introduce yourself or whatever, they always say, I've been watching you a long time. You know what I'm saying? So they watching. And she said she didn't know and all that. You knew. I had a comedian one time. Oh Lord, I can't even think of the child name. But anyway, she said, I heard you using my joke talking about the bipolar. I told her, first of all, I'm bipolar for real, witch. You know, with the B. But anyway, she talking about
shit.
She said, I'm getting ready to tell that on TV, and you don't need to be telling it. I told her I wouldn't give a flying duck if you was telling it at a funeral. I say, I don't follow you like that, and at the end of the day, don't call my phone no more.
I just think it could have been handled better, but you know, I don't know because
she shouldn't have came to me like that. Like I said, I've been doing comedy a little over 30 years. So when people tell me they done heard this or that, I tell them, well, go tell that person, don't tell it no more, because that's mine. I ain't got to steal nothing. And when I was stealing, it was out of them stores. I ain't stole no joke. So
I don't know. All I know is I saw a clip and a clip, and she delivered it the same way Precious do. But what does your dick do? And Precious said, "But what that dick do?" You know, so like, you know what I'm saying? Both of them had tight jeans on, both of them had t-shirt on, and both of them was, you know, the mannerism, everything. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully they work it out. Me myself, I have worked with Leslie twice. I hired Leslie in Long Beach, and then I hired her to do my show at the Townhouse. And when I hired her to do my show at the Townhouse, that was right before SNL. So she got on there and I said, congratulations. And I hit her up and I was like, ooh, John, you need me? You know, I'm available, this and that. She had some choice words for me. And she didn't like people hitting her up and all the hookups. She worked hard to get where she was, and she'll be. I said, no. That's not what I want to ask you. I was just throwing that in. I was asking her if she knew other room or anybody that had another club, because I think, oh yeah, we was finishing out the J spot, or yeah.
Wow.
So I called to ask her for a hand, because why did I do that? Because when she did my show, she drove to my house late one night in Glendale, because I was on the phone with her, and I said, hey, I can pay you early if you want. She's like, you bullshitting, how early? I said, shit, I live in Glendale. Where you live? She's like, oh my, I'm in Santa Clarita, whatever.
Right.
In a few minutes. And I was like, come on. She's like, you serious? I'm like, girl, come on. I'm right here. She drove to my house on Myrtle in Glendale. I gave her what I paid her to do it, to headline my show.
Right.
And we were talking, and she was in a bad place and this and that. I put an extra $200 and I said, here, I ain't paid no tithes this week, so here.
Right.
I mean, you know what you do. And I always say when I help somebody, Lord, please let this be a seed that I'm planting.
Right.
And she fell in my arms. She fell across her car crying. And she like, man, yo, you don't know what you done tonight. I said, that's all right. It's all good. So she got that I gave her the headline. I paid the headliners. They can't never say I ain't gave them nothing. Right. I gave them. They came. They delivered. I didn't ask them to promote. I don't ask them to do nothing.
Right.
But the way she treated me when I asked her, yeah. That I hope they work it out.
Wow.
God bless them.
I think they are gonna work it out, because they talked a little bit about it or whatever. But
like
let there be a lesson, comedians that's watching. A lot of time we don't know each other. And say, for instance, I use the bipolar as an example. It's a lot of people dealing with that sickness. You know what I'm saying? So don't always think that's your joke when you hear the word bipolar. But if you gonna tell it word, don't seem like it's exact words out of that other comedian mouth. I seen a comedian do a joke the other night at the Looney Bin. The one about his girlfriend or something. He pulled out a long receipt. Then he said the B word. He did it exactly like the person did it on Comic View. I couldn't remember the other comedian name or nothing like that. But when you see something, and if you ain't lost your mind, you'll remember it. So one comedian came to him and told him that he stole it. And he came to me asking me, can I show it to him on my phone? I told him, you got to ask Google. I don't remember who that was. I just remember the joke. So my thing is, don't be stealing. And if they dead, tell it. But still send them a shout out. Don't be just telling it like it's yours.
Everything that I say from the moment, of course, shit, the hot, when I'm supposed to be cold, when I'm supposed to be hot, that shit is real.
Right.
I don't shave my legs no more. I don't shave nothing no more. My husband smoke on kush. He can eat through the bush. And
all right. With that being said, we gonna go to commercial and we'll be right back.
Hallelujah.
Full Force Protection Services, the protective services you need for you, your family, and your businesses. Full Force Protection Services provides cannabis security, executive protection, armed transport, event security, home protection, home security installation, family protective services, and more. Full Force Protection Services has all the skills you need for your protection. The skill set includes weapon screening, keen observation, de-escalation technique, crime prevention, loss prevention, surveillance, and more. Full Force Protection Services is affordably priced to fit any budget. For immediate services, contact 707-407-5133. That's 707-407-5133. Don't get caught without protection, and don't get caught without full force. Business consultant, expert trainer, and national speaker, Dr. Edward Womack with We Rise Media present the Back from Broken Summit 2021. Speakers include Dr. Edward Womack, Sherry Cook, Dr. Sean L. Mack, Joseph B. Washington, Maria Brennan, and Sean Dustin. The Back from Broken Summit is your roadmap to recovery, redemption, and restoration. It's an event you don't want to miss, so go online to www.backfrombrokensummit.com. That's www.backfrombrokensummit.com.
What? We are back. And you know what, guys? You can have your commercial right here. That's right. At Success Express Marketing Solution. The information will be at the bottom, strolling. So make sure you read that and contact that number and let's make it happen. And you know what? Before I go back to my guest, I want to say, help us keep these lights on, y'all. Send something to $ comedian Miss Ark. No, that's the wrong cash app. Send something to $ Miss Arkansas Comedy. Yes, let's help keep these lights on, y'all. We need sponsors. We need vendors. We need comedians. We need, hey, let's help each other because that's what God wants us to do. Not be the crab in the bucket trying to pull each other down, man. If you in a bucket and the other one going up, push them up. And hopefully they'll throw a rope back down there to bring you out. That's how we doing that. That's what I love about my good friend Edwin Victory, man. Every morning we wake up to win. We ain't on no BS. Now I had my days, but oh baby, not today. We waking up to win around this thing. So if you ain't waking up to win, stay asleep. So I just had to get that off my chest. Now I'm back with my good friend, my special guest, the actress and comedian Chocolate Storm. Matter of fact, Storm, can you tell us a little bit about your acting?
A little about my acting.
Yes, how you become an actress, man, and what are some of the things you got going on?
I studied drama in school, and I've always done stage plays all around, while I was in school, different plays. I've always liked doing that. So when I came out here, got back in the comedy game, I studied for a minute with Bobby Chance out in Sherman Oaks. And so, yeah, picked up some new techniques and stuff. Man, just doing it, just
that's
doing
California, y'all. For
just
y'all
reaching,
don't know Sherman Oaks and stuff like that. We speak in California now.
But I went to school in Illinois. I went to school in East St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
I took drama in school, and I was always doing acting and the Catherine Donaldson dancers in East St. Louis. I was one of the first one when they started that program in East St. Louis
Wow.
years ago. I'm sure they closed down now at Lincoln Park, but yeah, man, I just always like acting and performing, and I had a big family. So we used to do like, you remember Bill Cosby and them, the family be together and they all used to
Yes.
perform and do different. I always did that. I always had fashion shows with my grandma's curtains, cut them up and make cute things, make
Wow.
cute little Hawaiian skirts out of her curtains. And
The
I always,
entertainer of the family.
yeah, I always just was creative. And
Right.
so when I came out here, I had the pleasure of getting on a couple of plays out here. So, yeah, like Mama
You're
Christine.
amazing too,
Huh?
I say you are amazing too, because when you in character, if they don't know who you are, they won't know who you are in character.
Yes, ma'am.
You also have something coming up. Can you talk about it? Or, sometimes they want you to sign the paper and just shut up till it happens. Can you
No.
share a little bit about what you got coming up?
Yeah. Tomorrow I start filming. Well, I just took my COVID test day before yesterday. I start filming for a movie called Rebel Girl. And it's about a setting in a rape crisis situation, and I'm one of the women to help. It's a woman who's going to be coming into the meeting, and she'll be finding herself around people that she never would even share a space with. You know what I mean? Like, it's to show you no matter who you are, you can become a victim. I just put it like that, not to say too much on it, but that's what it's about.
Wow. I believe it's going to be touching you all. I think it's going to be some moments where you're going to cry, you're going to laugh. You sound about like my
I just need to show her. It's a very
Mhm.
upstanding person. So people that she wouldn't even speak to as a neighbor, you find yourself in that setting. Like when you're
Right.
sick or you've been raped or something like that, you find yourself in the midst of somebody that you would never even talk to. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
can't
looking
wait to
forward.
see it myself,
It's a short, it's a film short. So I'm really happy about it. We went to wardrobe already. And so I got my little rebel wig on.
I was checking that out.
Yeah.
Hold up, I'm sorry. I told this thing to don't answer no calls. These phones and computers do what they want to do, y'all. Everybody in the world on them now, Wow. Like I say, I love saying if God say the same. Once again, we don't know what's going to happen today, let alone tomorrow. But if he say the same, I'll be coming out to LA June the 20th to do a live taping. They told me makeup artists gonna be on the scene and hairstylists, and I told that man, y'all just give me the mic or whatever I gotta do, cause I'm gonna come already ready. I'm gonna do my own little makeup. I'm gonna have on one of these wigs. I'm pretty much be already ready. They can touch it up if they have to, but other than that, they ain't gonna have to do too much to me.
So where are you doing the taping?
He gonna send us all the information this week, but I'll let you know. And plus, I'm gonna also ask him, do he need some more comedians? And if so, I would love to refer you. So you know how we help each other. So
well, praise God then. All right now.
Come on now.
That'll work.
Your rebel wig or one of them other ones.
Girl, I got a room full of them. I'm trying to get down there so I can get down with you at the
Level 1 Bar Lounge, y'all. That's every Tuesday, y'all. Shout out to my boy Kevin Davis, the Marine of Comedy, and Mac Rome, and Monty Cruz, and my girl Nikki Williams, and
Oh,
this new comedian Vance. When I tell you he didn't have not one tooth in his mouth. So you had to listen to him real good to see what he was saying. But when I tell you he was still hilarious, so they was there with me this past Tuesday. So
okay.
shout out to them. We had a good show. Actually, it was good on the first and the second week. And I'm just excited to see what week number 3 gonna bring over at the
Yeah.
Level 1 Bar and Lounge
I know you
here in Las
promoting.
Vegas.
I know. I pinged you last night to come in to crack him up
Mm-hmm.
because I was teasing, and because she was talking about the crazy person who buried her dream or something. Anyway,
Oh.
she was talking about what happened when she walked into the court, blah blah blah, right? And I said, yeah. I said, I can just imagine. I said, well, Miss Arkansas went up in there, and you can imagine how Miss Arkansas, oh, Judge, I don't want to hurt nobody now. I said, I bet the judge like, okay, go. You got they laughed so hard.
I probably
I
was
said,
at the
and
show last night because I was over at the Screen Comedy Club last night.
I said, while Miss Arkansas was in court, you can just imagine her saying, oh, Judge, and if you need a comedian, I am comedian Miss Arkansas, and I can be found all over the internet. And here's
Right
my
around.
card.
I even told the judge, I say, because I told her, she was making people laugh, the one I went in front of. And I told her, I said, you funny. I say, I love for you to open up for me one day. She claims she was going to come to Vegas. But anyway, look, y'all, check out this show
Beautiful.
on the 26th. I'll be at the Extreme Comedy Club the 26th and the 27th. So
Of May.
if you able and willing, come on out and get your laugh on, man. We will be safe. We wear our masks. We do our social distancing. And let me say this, a lot of pictures I take, y'all notice I don't have my mask on, but I do this technique. I know how to hold my breath and smile, take my picture, and put my mask back on. I even tell the people that want a picture, hold your breath. But we get our picture and we put our mask back on, and they go about their business. I get my money and go about my business if I don't already have it. So don't think I'm not practicing, being safe and all of that. I just had
Before
to say
you
that.
put your mask on, do you clear your air?
Oh, I do all that.
Because you can put your mask on and it's still
right.
So
But before we go, man, I can't let you off of here without you letting these people know whatever you got coming up, and let them know how they can follow you, book you, and pay you.
Oh, well, you can follow me. I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, Chocolate Storm Comic. I'm on Facebook but it's under a different name because Facebook, they make you change your name. So that says like Corner, Ron Acre, something like that. I'm on Twitter on Chocolate Storm. Like I said, Facebook, I'll put Chocolate Storm the Gunner. Um, what I have coming up, I'm working on dates now because I just came back after my own hiatus of being injured. So tomorrow I film for a movie. That's number one out the gate. I'll be heading to Las Vegas at some point so I can get down with Miss Arkansas. So, and you can pay me when we talk about it. So,
right.
Yeah, you can pay me when we talk about it.
I'm excited. July. They haven't gave me the date yet, but shout out to my good friend again, y'all. The ventriloquist Don, William, and Wilson.
And Will, yeah.
Yes, they doing a live taping in Arizona. Guys say the same in July, and they have asked Miss Arkansas to be a part of it. So I'm just thankful for everything that God using people to do for me.
Okay. And then this platform, I want to ask you.
Oh, big shout out to everyone and Mr. Owens for calling on me to do the Laugh Out Loud morning podcast. They could have called anybody, but they called Miss Arkansas.
Yeah, I want to start back up my podcast too. But that's what I was asking you. I was going to ask you, are you renting a space? But I'll talk to you about that private.
Oh yes, they will hook you up also. They always looking for people to help out with their podcast, and the number is down there, and I also make sure I get it to you, and then you can just either call Edwin or Mr. Owens, and they will give you the information.
So cool. Okay.
Yeah. And I love to be a guest on your podcast.
Oh, you know it. The moment I get a mic, a room, another podcast, it doesn't matter. You're always welcome.
Wow.
And congratulations on your trophy. Can I see it again?
Thank you. Yes, the name of the competition is Night Owl.
Wow.
With comedian D So Funny, y'all. And when I tell you he is funny, it's his competition. And he was like, Miss Arkansas, if they don't call you back up, don't trip. I got some more things for you. In other words, if you don't win, don't trip. And it blew his mind when they said the winner was Miss Arkansas, y'all. All I did was three hot jokes. Thank y'all. Good night. Bam.
That's what happened with Bob Sumner. I love when he tells the story of him and Chris Tucker, how he didn't win that particular night, but he thought Chris was going to get called. And when that brother didn't, he like, don't trip. And then he got
now look where he is. Right. So I tell everybody, we all are winners. They only have one prize. So with that being said, man, thank you so much for being on here with me this morning. It was truly a blessing to have you. And you are always welcome back. And I also make sure I get that information to you where we can help you have your own podcast right here at Success Express Marketing Solution. Wow, y'all. That was my good friend, the actress and comedian, Chocolate Storm. Make sure y'all follow her over on IG, Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff. And make sure you continue to follow me and support me. You hear me? On Instagram, Comedian Miss Arkansas, Facebook, Comedian Miss Arkansas. Just Google me, Bing me, book me, and pay me. And we are back on Monday, if God say the same. Another week, another episode of Laughing Out Loud with Comedian Miss Arkansas. Well, let me correct that. Laughing Out Loud morning podcast with Comedian Miss Arkansas. Thank you again for all of your love and support. Please know that it's needed and very much appreciated, and so are you. And I'll be black. I'll be back. We are out. Let's have another commercial, y'all, before I go. How about that?
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.
out, y'all. Thank you. Have a blessed day. And remember, trust God when you can't trust yourself. Thank you for tuning in again on the Laugh Out Loud Morning Podcast with your girl, comedian Miss Arkansas. Peace.